This video is for March 7th, for Tuesday. In this video, I'm going to try and set the students up for success by giving them some pointers and hints on what we are doing to solve these problems without actually showing them all of the work and all the answers, because we're going to be going over those in class anyway. So for number 1, it says Dara put 6 Twizzlers, 3 Snickers, and 4 Butterfingers in a bag. What fraction of the candy is Twizzlers? So we're looking for a fraction. Our denominator is going to be the total candy. And then our numerator is going to be just the Twizzlers. So again, your answer is going to be a fraction. The total candy is going to go at the bottom, and then the amount that's just Twizzlers will be up top. Number 2, Fatima visited 2/5 of her favorite website this morning. Alyssa visited 3/5 of her favorite website. Who visited a greater fraction of her favorite websites? So we're comparing 2/5 and 3/5. Because the denominators are the same, we're going to now need to look at the shaded amounts. How many amounts, or what amount of those websites were visited, and then we can compare our two fractions. For number 3, Jenny wants to buy a history book that costs $8 and an art book that costs $4 and a children's book that costs $10. She has saved $18 from her pocket money. How much more money does Jenny need to buy all 3 books? So we're going to first need to figure out how much all 3 books are going to cost, and then figure out how much more money Jenny is going to need. Your work should be on one side, and your sentence should be on the other. For number 4, we're putting these 3 fractions on a number line. So my first fraction is 1/4. Because the denominator is 4, I know I need to cut this number line into 4 parts. And then I'll know my 1/4 is right here. My next fraction is 1/8, so I'm going to decompose each 4th into 2. So now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1/8 will go here. And then my last fraction is 1/3, so I know I need to cut this into 3 equal pieces. So I'm just going to draw a little bit of a bigger line so I can see the difference, and I'll know 1/3 is going to go here. Number 5, it takes Madison 49 minutes to do her homework. It took 13 minutes to complete her spelling, 21 minutes to complete her math. How long did she spend on reading? So in order to figure out our answer to this problem, we're going to first need to figure out how long it took her to complete spelling and math, and then figure out how much that reading was going to be, because we know she worked for 49 minutes. So you're going to be solving for R. For number 6, we're writing a 2-area equation and finding the area. So this is the one where we're going to use our cut and continue. So again, if I'm cutting from here, I'm going to cross out my 3, cut into my 7, and then I'm going to write my 2-area equation. I can also cut and continue from here and cross out this 3 and then cross out 10. Either way is fine. You're still going to get the same area, but your equation's just going to look a little bit different. So you still need your 2-area equation, and then you're going to need to tell what A equals. What is the area? For number 7, we're looking for P and R and finding the area. So this is when we're going to use our squiggle and our straight. I'm going to look and see that P is on a straight side, so I need to use my other straight sides to help me out. R is on a squiggle side, so I'm going to use my other squiggle sides to help me out. Once I have both of these missing sides, I can use cut and continue again to find the area. All 3 of these need to be in your answer in order to get the problem correct. For number 8, it says to write 3 expressions that could be used to determine the area of the figure below. Again, I'm not going to give you all of the answers for this one, but I will set you up with what they should look like. Your first expression is going to be a 2-area equation. What's the area of this rectangle, your first one? What's the area of your second rectangle? Adding them together. You're then going to look at your rows and your columns. And then you're just going to be having a multiplication problem where you're combining the columns together. So again, you're going to need all 3 of these filled in order to get the answer correct for number 8. Number 9, our multiplication. The first one is going to be 49. The second one is 54, then 32, 72, 42, 24, oops, sorry guys. 24 divided by 6 is 4, 45 divided by 9 is 5, 27 divided by 3 is 9, 32 divided by 4 is 8, and 18 divided by 9 is 2. Again, we need to get to the point in 3rd grade that these are memorized. If you're still drawing pictures, that's okay, but you really should be memorizing these multiplication facts so that you can be the most successful on the end of your PARCC test. Number 10, which 2 statements match the expression 32 divided by 4? Jamal makes 32 muffins. He eats 4 muffins. I know that's going to be a subtraction problem, so that can't be it. Daikel has 32 toy trucks. He sorts them into groups of 4 trucks each. So he's starting with 32 and putting them into groups of 4. That's going to be division. So that's going to be one of my answers. Ryan has 32 buttons. She puts them into piles containing 4 buttons each. Again, I'm starting with 32. I'm then putting them into 4 buttons each. That's going to be division as well. And we'll just double check for letter D. Malik scored 32 points in each basketball game. He played 4 games. So he played 1 game and scored 32 points, another game, a 3rd game, and a 4th game. That's repeated addition or multiplication. So that's not going to be our answer. For number 11, what is the difference between a parallelogram and a rectangle? I'm not going to give you the answer to this one, but I will draw an example of a parallelogram and a rectangle. What is the difference between these 2 objects? They both have 2 sets of parallel sides. So what's the thing that's different about them? Number 12. It says to solve 2 times 4 times 5. We can combine 2 of the numbers and then multiply by the other. So for example, if we combine those, the 2 and the 4, and then multiply by 5, we're going to get our answer. Number 13, how many more robins were sighted than blue jays? Again, use your key to figure out each of these. For starling, there were 12 bird sightings. For the blue jays, there were 4. And then I'm going to have you continue this on your own. How many more robins were sighted than blue jays? So we're going to have to be using the amount we figure out for robins and blue jays to figure out our answer. Number 14. How many more students are in 3rd grade than 1st grade? So we're going to need to figure out 3rd grade has 80 students. 1st grade has 50 students. So how many more 3rd graders are there than 1st graders? You're going to have to write out your equation in order to show your work for this answer. And number 15, Emily participated in a bake sale. She baked 4 cakes and cut each cake into 6 slices. She earned $6 for each slice of cake. How many total slices of cake did Emily have at the bake sale? So she had 4 cakes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Each cake was cut into 6 slices. And then the question says, how many total slices of cake did Emily have at the bake sale? You're going to need to write an equation to show how many slices did she have. Letter B, at the end of the morning session, Emily had earned $54. How many slices did Emily sell? How many slices did she have left? So if we know that each slice, I'll write an S for slice, is $6, and she's making $54, we need to figure out how many slices did she sell. So we need to solve for S. Then you're going to figure out, once you have S, you're going to see how many she has left. So you're going to take your answer from part A and subtract it with S to find how many slices Emily has left. And then I would also suggest writing out a sentence just to, again, support your answer. And then letter C, on the second day of the bake sale, Emily sold the remaining slices of cake for the discounted price of $4 per slice. How much money did she make on the second day? So again, we're going to take this final answer up top and multiply by 4, because each slice is going to be $4, in order to find our answer. So this problem is really tricky because it is 3 parts, and you're going to use your answer to part A in part B, and then you're going to use your answer for part B in part C. So it's really important that you're paying attention and double checking your work as you go, because if you get the wrong answer in A, it's going to be really hard and pretty much impossible to get the correct answer for B and C. So again, double check your work, show your work, and also draw some pictures, equations, and sentences to support your answer. As always, check in with your teacher if you need extra help with a certain problem. These questions that you're asking in class are really good, and they're helping our conversation be an effective one and for all students to learn and get even better with our homework each night. Keep up the great work. Have a great night.